You're with Mr. Brahmat, now into details. Abrar murder accused Moaz and Shamim have been placed on 5-day remand each. On the other hand, another accused Mujahid has confessed his connection in the murder. Situation in the Buet campus remains stabilized as the protesters were softened for admission test due on Monday. Earlier on Saturday, the agitating students postponed their protest program centering the entry test. They also declared to provide optimum support to some 12,161 applicants and their guardians. Meanwhile, Director of Buet's Student Welfare Department said 80 to 90% students who illegally occupied seats in the dormitories have been ousted. Buet VC Professor Dr. Saiful Islam has said the 5-point demand of students were accepted for valid reasons, not by any pressure. He also said university administration and government are positive towards the demands of students. However, fulfilling several demands are now depending on government. A letter was sent to the government in this regard. He said this while talking to the journalists at his office on Sunday.
Since the demand of protesting students are logical, we have accepted. Rest of the demands are in government's hand. So I have to seek assistance from government to meet the rest of the demands. Our university administration and government both are very responsive towards the demands of the students. Honorable Prime Minister was very supportive since the day of the incident. There was no gap in her support over the matter.
100% support.
Information Minister Hassan Mahmood has said it's rational to suspect politics in Buet temporarily, but banning it for long will create a negative impact in the campus. The minister also said few media are spreading wrong information over Prime Minister's India tour. The tour was for the interest of Bangladesh. Hassan Mahmood said this while talking to the newsmen at the Secretariat.
Negative impact may be created over banning politics in Buet campus permanently. I believe this temporarily ban will help to get rid of the current situation in the campus. But whether politics will be banned or not is entirely the concern of the Buet administration.
If anyone commits crime in the name of student politics, legal action must be taken, warned Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. He said this at Rajshahi Circuit House before joining the divisional rally of the party on Sunday.
In the first phase of the cleanliness drive, leaders and activists of our party and associate bodies are targeted. Penalty is a must if anyone commits crime. Leader Sheikh Hasina's action started. She will spare none.
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has directed to create grain warehouses for stocking food instead of depending on others to combat disaster. She said this while addressing a program at Bangabandhu International Conference Center marking International Disaster Mitigation Day. The Premier said government is working relentlessly to take all sorts of measures before and after the disaster. Multiple projects are underway considering the impact of climate change, added she. Government built 100 shelter camps in 14 districts and more than 100,000 houses. Besides, to increase forest, tree plantation campaigns have been taken in coastal areas, she furthered. Sheikh Hasina said Bangladesh is known as the role model to combat natural disaster.
Across the country, we build grain warehouses or household silo for the people who will live in our houses. We are providing them with this service so that they can stock food during disaster period. Till April 2019, we distributed the silos among 3,28,000 families. I want Bangladesh will be prepared always to face any disaster, either man-made or natural.
The family of Ismail Hussain Shamrat has said he becomes the victim of political vengeance and personal outrage. They said there is a conspiracy behind Shamrat's involvement in casino incident. They said this in a press briefing at Dhaka Reporters Unity on Sunday.
He was not in the office for 10 days before arrest. The office was insecure. He was at another place due to his illness. Foreign liquor, yaba, gun were not in his office. We fear that it was pre-planned.
The Supreme Court has ordered the owner of Shahjahan Paribohon to give Taka 10 lakh in a month to the brothers of Rajiv Hussain, a college student who died last year after his right arm got stuck between two buses and got severed. A four-member bench of the Appellate Division headed by Chief Justice Said Mahmood Hussain passed the order after hearing a petition filed by Shahjahan Paribohon challenging a High Court verdict. The court on June 20 asked two bus companies, Bangladesh Road Transport Corporation BRTC and Shahjahan Paribohon, to pay in 2 months Taka 25 lakh each to Rajib's brothers Mehdi Hassan Bappi and Abdullah Ridoy. Rajib, who was in third year student of Government Titumir College, died on April 17 after he lost his arm. The Supreme Court today upheld a High Court order that issued an injunction restarting two officials of the Drug Administration from continuing jobs for their negligence in dealing with a case filed for manufacturing toxic paracetamol that killed 28 children in 2009. The two officials are Assistant Director of the Directorate General of Drug Administration, Shafiqul Islam, and Deputy Director Altaf Hussain. A four-member bench of the Appellate Division headed by Chief Justice Said Mahmood Hussain allowed a petition filed by Human Rights and Peace for Bangladesh seeking cancellation of an order of the Supreme Court chamber judge that stayed the High Court order. The High Court on July 18 this year issued the injunction restarting Shafiqul and Altaf from continuing their jobs. A woman has lost life and her 11-year-old son sustained injury in road crash at Kakrail in the capital early Sunday. The deceased were known as Mahmouda Begum and her son Mahin. Mahin's father Mofajjal Hawladar told newsmen that his wife Mahmouda along with their son was returning from Barishal. After getting down from lunch, they were heading towards Mogbazar Mudhubag from Shodorghat. A pickup van hit the rickshaw carrying them, leaving Mahmouda dead on the spot and Mahin injured. Pedestrians took Mahin to Dhaka Medical College and Hospital, he added. A pregnant woman and her minor daughter have been murdered in Tangail municipality area. The deceased are Lucky Begum, 7 months pregnant wife of Alamin, and their daughter Alifa of Balukand area. Alamin, who runs a top-up shop at Asad Market near their house, found the body of his daughter lying in front of the house gate when he returned home around 12:30 am on Sunday. On information, police rushed in, recovered the bodies and sent those to General Hospital morgue for autopsy. The Buddhist community is celebrating their second largest religious festival, Pravartana Purnima, in the capital as elsewhere across the country today with due solemnity. Adequate security measures are taken in and around all temples in the capital and districts. The festival was also known as Ashwini Purnima, that marked the conclusion of the 3-month-long solution of monks inside monasteries for self-edification and adornment of sins. The Purnima will be followed by a month-long preaching of sermons by the Buddhist monks for the welfare of every being and the whole of humankind starting a day after the Purnima. According to the legend, Buddha once clipped some strands of his hair and said that if he were qualified to attain supreme wisdom and enlightenment, the hair would not fall down but go instead, which they did not long run. That's all for now. For more news, visit dbcnews.tv. Thank you for being with us.